Hello, we're about discussing the history of computers and evolution over time. From the beginning, in 1642, Blaise Pascal is known for contributing Pascal's triangle and probability theory. He also invented an early digital calculator and roulette machine. In the field of physics, Blaise contributed to the study of atmospheric pressure by discovering that vacuums are real and exist in the real world. Motivated by this adding machine, German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz designed a better model that along with addition can perform division, multiplication, and even square roots of a smaller number. In 1820, Charles Xavier Thomas, while serving the French army, he built his first arithmometer which could perform the basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The first mechanical calculator has gained to widespread use. It became a commercial success and was still being used through World War One.
The first mechanical computer was being developed by Charles Babbage, the inventor of computer, in 1822. He finally created an analytical engine, a general-purpose computer in 1833.
A major step of the evolution of computers came when Herman Hollerith, working for the U.S. Census Bureau, invented the punch cards. A punch card is a piece of stiff paper that can be used to contain digital information presented by the presence or absence of holes predefined positions. With the help of punch cards, the programming code can be stored in those computers by making mechanical operation fully automatic. In 1896, Herman Hollerith formed a tabulating machine company, started manufacturing the computers based on the punch cards. Later, in 1914, Thomas G. Watson became the president of the Computing Tabulating Recording Company, a maker of electrical punch card computing system on other products. The company changed its name to the International Business Machine Corporation, also known as IBM, in 1924.
In 1946, a new device, electronic numerical integrator and computer, was completed. The ENIAC was a series of arithmetic units that could be wired together to perform a specific calculation. It had a dedicated multiplication unit and other of divide and square root. Accumulators consisted of 20 digits and operated similar to a mechanical adding machine. Each digit would be pulsed with a tenth pulse causing a carry over the next digit. It performed its calculation utilizing base 10 and was capable of about 500 operations per second. Its original purpose was to calculate artillery firing tables, but it found other uses such as in the early stage of Manhattan Project. It could take weeks to wire in a program. So once a program and debug, it will be used to calculate large tables of result. The first generations of computers said between 950 and 1959. The first computer system used vacuum tubes for circular, circuitry and magnetic drums for memory, and were humongous, taking up entire rooms. These computers were very expensive to operate, and addition to using a great deal of electricity and generated a lot of heat. The second generation of computers is transistors. In 1956 to 1963, transistors replaced vacuum tubes in the second generation of computers. The transistors was far superior to the vacuum tube, allowing computers to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energetic, efficient, and more reliable than vacuum tubes. But the transistor still generated a great deal of heat that subjected the computer to damage. Second generation computers still relied on punch cards for input and printouts for output.
The third generation of computers is integrated circuits, 1964 to 1971. The third generation of computers used integrated circuits. Transistors were miniaturized and placed on silicon chips called semiconductors, which drastically increased the speed and efficiency of computers. Instead of punch cards and printouts, users interacted with third-generation computers through keyboards and monitors and interface with an operating system, which allowed the device to run many different applications at one time with a central program that monitored the memory. Computers for the first time became accessible to the general public because they were smaller and cheaper than their predecessors. The fourth generation of computers is microprocessors in 1971. The processor brought the fourth generation of computers as thousands of integrated circuits were built into a single silicon chip. What in the first generation filled an entire room could now fit in the palm of the hand. The Intel 4004 chip, developed in 1971, located all the components of the computer, from the central processing unit and the memory to input-output controls on a single chip. In 1981, IBM introduced its first computer to the home user, and in 1984, Apple introduced the Macintosh microprocessor. Also moved out of the realm of desktop computers and into many areas of life as more and more everyday products began to use microprocessors. The fifth generation of computers is artificial intelligence. Fifth generation computers based on artificial intelligence are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today. Quantum computation and molecular and nanotechnology will radically change the face of computers in years to come. The goal of fifth generation computing is to develop devices that respond to natural language input and are capable to learning and self-recognitions.